Hi, I'm Niall Horan and I'm here with British GQ and this is me versus the universe. Let's do it. Got some golf balls here in a lovely little bag. Some golf clubs here if we fancy hitting them. But in here, we've got some questions from you lovely people and we're gonna have a little read. Shall we? Let's do it. First question, here we go. This one's from @Niall H Energy. How did you come up with the title of Heartbreak Weather? I started writing things down, like titles, concepts for songs and stuff like that, and then Heartbreak Weather was one of the first things that I ever wrote down, because I was trying to think about how I could write an album about heartbreak that wasn't just about oh, poor me, I'm so sad. Everything, being really narcissistic and selfish about it. So I just thought, there must be a way of writing an album from all the different types of angles from a breakup, from the other person's angle, from people looking in, and your general feelings throughout the relationship instead of it all being sad at the end. So when I wrote down Heartbreak Weather, it just came out of nowhere. And from then on, I was able to write that album and use that as my concept. And it became more of a concept album the minute I had that rather than just a normal heartbreak album. So great question, good start. This one's from @the_1D_Stan. Who is the most frequently contacted person on your phone? Can I have a look? I mean, WhatsApp groups are a good way of getting to most people. So I would say right now I'm in rehearsals, so there's a lot of banter going on between myself and my band. My other mates as well, we've got WhatsApp groups and they're pretty good for keeping in touch with everyone. Some mad pictures get sent in, voice noting each other. So I would say just the lads are the most contacted people on my phone. Right, next one. Right, here we go again. This one's from @Ollie.Hal. Did you catch up with Harry Styles at the Brits? Yes, I did. I caught up with Harry, it was good to see him. I hadn't seen him in a long time. He lives not too far away from me in LA, but every time we go to LA, we seem to, he goes that way and I go that way, and we keep missing each other. But yeah, it was great to see him, and he smashed his performance, and he was obviously nominated for a couple of awards, so a successful night for him. And yeah, it was good to see him. On to the next one. Let me have a little rummage, go down a bit further. Next one. This one's from @1Ds5Directions. What is one thing you wish you knew when you started this job? Oof. I think the public's perception is probably that it's quite an easy job, and when we get seen on a red carpet, it looks quite glamorous. If you've seen where I was rehearsing for my tour right now, you would say the complete opposite. It's just a shed. A lot of our job requires a lot of travel, which is obviously tiring. I probably expected it to be less hectic than it is. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes. A lot of hard work goes in, artwork, and the writing of the songs, and the production of things, and the traveling, and the photo shoots, and things like this. And yeah, so it's probably a lot more grueling than I thought it was. But I'm having a great time, so no complaints here. This one's from @Tara_Styles1. Who is your favourite Friends character? If you were a Friends character, who would you be? I love Joey, love his attitude. Not the smartest fellas, but good laugh, always been a good character in the show, and I'm also like him, I don't really particularly like sharing food. My least favourite restaurants are tapas restaurants where you have to go sharing plates and you get one prawn. So I refuse to basically go to any sort of sharing restaurants. I like to have my own meal. So me and Joey have got that in common, and we're both probably very lazy, so that's me and Joey. @Bonnie_Nix. If you were president, who would be your vice president? That is a good question. I'd say myself and Lewis Capaldi would be some team. There'd be a lot of stuff that's not that's probably not that lawful that we'd probably have in. I think we'd be pretty decent as presidents. He'd probably want to be president, and then we'd probably have a scrap over that. But have a few beers, figure it out. We'd be fine. This one's from Lucy Hicks. One fashion item you would never leave the house without. Wow, that is a good question. I suppose I have my earring in, so I can't really leave the house without that, because it's in my ear all the time. So I would say either my earring. You can never really go wrong with a white T-shirt. Any block colours. And if one part of your outfit is a block colour, you can pretty much get away with it. I love a flashy sock. These are not very flashy, but they're a bit more out there than your general sock. Yeah, I don't really know. It's kind of weather dependent. I love wearing shorts. If I can wear shorts and when it's hot, I will. Obviously, this time of year is not great for it, but a long-winded answer to a very short question. There you go. My earring. Okay, let's keep going. On to the next. Do you know any French? If yes, can you say something to us in French? Je voudrais... No. J'adore la mer. I wrote that in a song. I love the sea. You can have that. This one's from Tom R.J. Collinson. Would you rather release an album or play 18 holes of golf with Lewis Capaldi? Release an album, I'd say he's terrible at golf. I haven't even seen him play it, but I can already just see that coordination. I'd say there's a lot of swiping that goes on with golf clubs, missing the ball. To be fair, us on a golf cart and a few beers in a cooler sounds like a good laugh, to be fair, but I think I'd rather release an album because that's my livelihood. On to the next one. All my questions are about other famous people. At MCBride29, what is your favourite quality of Shawn Mendes? He's got great hair, doesn't he? He's a tall, handsome, chiseled young Canadian man. And he's got great hair, great thick hair. He's also the nicest fella you've ever met in your life. Really sweet guy, always very interested in you when he talks to you. Just a really down-to-earth, lovely guy. And I like being his older brother. He kind of look after him. He's a good guy, our Shawnee. Next one, at Niall Relate. What do I miss most about Ireland? Because I live in London and LA, two like quite busy places, I kind of miss like the simplicity of life in Ireland. It's very like exactly what you think. I come from a small like market town where you just go to school, come home, do your homework, watch The Simpsons, go to bed, get up and do the same thing. I kind of miss like the simplicity of things and the food and how happy people are all the time in such a crazy world we live in. The Irish always seem to be smiling. So yeah, the simplicity of life in Ireland is something that I kind of miss sometimes. But I love London, so I'm not complaining. Here we go. On to the next. At Canon LWT, or Canaan. How do you like your eggs in the morning? I always go to the gym in the morning and then straight away have 4 scrambled eggs with some smoked salmon. That's what I have for breakfast most days if I can. At Use Your Heart, what do you do if you can't sleep? I spend most of my life jet lagged, so I'm used to waking up at 4 a.m. and being wide awake and kind of staring at the ceiling. I listen to classical music, to be honest. I put like a classical music playlist on Spotify or whatever and just listen to that. Also, I have an app of like white noise and like plane sounds and like rivers running and rain falling and stuff like that. I listen to that. Or I just deal with it and hope that I fall back to sleep pretty soon. But that's what I generally do. Last one. Last question. Better be a good one. At Honey Bee Buys. Don't know where people get these Twitter names from. What is your skincare routine? I get asked this quite a lot, actually. I must have good skin, Sensitive, I was told today, actually sensitive skin. I get up in the morning, I have a shower, I cleanse using a vitamin C cleanser, and then I get out and I have like a serum that I put on, and then I put on like a daily oil-free moisturizer because I get quite oily around here. And then hope that works, and I kind of do that. If I can do that twice a day, I'm doing well. But I tend to kind of try and look after my skin because we need that. We need skin forever, weirdly enough. So I try to make sure to keep the baby face for as long as I can have it, because I'm 26 and still get ID'd, which is great. Great to hear. Thank you to everyone who put their questions in to Me versus the Universe for British GQ. I hope you enjoyed my answers, and I'll see all you lovely people soon.